Dr. Umar, the Prince of Panhandlinism. We're reacting to this video by Panda Press. We're a few minutes into it. Talking about the Prince of Panhandlinism. You raised about 1.2 mil for your school, 1.6 mil. Can't pay $72,000. We just talked about how Black Lives Matter, they raised $90 million. We don't know where that money went. I'm sure Dr. Umar could use a little bit of that 90 mil right now. Black Lives Matter, y'all want to chip in?
A taxi before the receipts drop.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him $2. This morning,
You got a text from one of your homies needing a couple dollars. Little do you know, he's about to hit a text back saying, hey, man, I need a donation.
Received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th.
When you got fully grown men not checking their account balance, going on trips, bruh, you ain't checking the account balance. What the hell are you doing out the country, boy? Why is that a thing with niggas? Y'all niggas, look at how much you got in your bank account before you buy that plane ticket, my boy.
Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen.
Somebody's been scamming. Who was it? Is it the FDA? Not the FDA. The SEC. One of those three little organizations said,
Gotcha, bitch!
Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion.
They lied to your ass. It's part of the investigation, man.
A fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account.
You know when he's got to repeat the same shit 3 times, he's trying to convince you. It's a con artist, bro. It's a con artist. He's trying to convince you all this shit, bro. This is a con artist, man. Can't y'all see, man? I'm tired of my niggas being hoodwinked, bro. I'm tired of my niggas being hoodwinked. Stop falling for this shit. Stop falling for this. Alright? Keep your money in your pocket. Go buy some stocks. Go buy some savings. Go buy some crypto. Stop sending niggas to scamming ass. Stop sending money to scamming ass niggas like him, alright?
Oh, that someone has been trying to gain access into my personal account and the FDMG account. Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. If you have sent a check of money or a donation to FDMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up.
Y'all see the play forming, right? All right, check this. The paperwork ain't no rumor. It's out there. Umar's tab, $17,000 in water and sewer bills, almost $2 grand in exterior improvement charges, $150 in vacant registration fees, $15,000 in civil penalties, plus some extra change sprinkled in. And when it came time to face the music in court, no Umar, no lawyer, nobody repping the school. The only suits in the room were from the city, ready to start the process to take the building back. Tell me that don't sound like a man just letting it happen, like he already got his speech lined up for IG Live. My people, the white man took the school. The haters was working overtime.
I beg your pardon.
Bruh, I can already hear it. The blame shift, the victim.
Hey, where's Young Pharaoh when you need him, man? Young Pharaoh, come out the woodwork, bro. Young Pharaoh.
Act, the whole performance.
So that was a
Now here's where the timeline gets way too cute. Same week Umar gets hit with that 20-day notice to pay up. He jumps on live saying, somebody tried to hack my account. The bank froze my money, both personal and the schools. I can't touch a dime. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I grew up around enough hustlers and slick talkers to know when somebody's setting up their alibi early. This got all the signs of a pre-built excuse. It wasn't me. The haters froze my account. The bank dragged their feet, and the 20 days ran out. Boom, school gone. Wrap it in a little, the devil working hard energy, and watch the donations come flying in again. I'm not saying I got proof he planned it, but tell me this don't sound like one of those plays where the ending's already written.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Here's the part that could
You
really get ugly for Umar.
brother?
If this man is still sitting on hundreds of thousands, hell, maybe even the whole $1.2 million, and just lets the school go over 72 grand, that's not just bad optics, bro. That's handcuffs territory. And don't think folks ain't already talking like the walls are closing in. The chatter online, people got him slotted right next to Diddy on the Feds watching list. I'm hearing, bro, gonna mess around and catch a bit for this. Cause see, incompetence is one thing. You can't really arrest somebody for just being bad at managing money. But if you got the cash and you pull a stunt like this on purpose, you're playing a whole different game. And the house always wins.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn what a long look like today.
Well, someone that we both had on our show at some point, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yes.
Who still has not built the school, by the way. When I did my first interview with him, which was like, what, 12 years ago? Hold on, let me look up. How let me see. Let's see when I did the Umar interview. Let's sort by reverse date. 2016. 9 years ago, I did the interview, and he said the school's coming soon. Now, you're actually trying to own your own school or buy your own school? Like, explain that to me.
The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is a school that I conceived of a very long time ago, but began to actually put teeth into the creation of that school a couple of years ago.
And then it's like, oh, we got the school. Oh, no, someone broke in, and they stole all the books. So now it's pushed back again.
While I was on the live, the children had snuck into the school, which means they knew the door was unlocked.
And more recently now, he made a video saying someone hacked into his bank account. Did you see that?
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary.
And this nigga's the worst headmaster.
Listen, I've had a bank account, you know, for whatever, 40 years.
Yo, Kai Sinat needs to come teach this nigga how to run a school. I ain't gonna lie, man. Kai Sinat needs to teach this nigga how to run a goddamn school, bro. It's the worst headmaster in goddamn history, man.
You know, in various banks, from Wells Fargo to Chase to, you know, whoever else. You go down to the bank if there's a problem, they fix whatever it needs to be fixed. Or you call the 1-800 number, you ask to speak to a person.
Fraudulent transactions, if there were some transactions that seemed suspect and it wasn't you, then this can be verified and cleared up.
Exactly. I've never had a problem. In fact, when I get fraudulent charges, they usually send it to me right away, and those charges don't go through. But the fact that he now has no money, I just feel he's just leaning into this. He's like, okay, y'all gonna say that I'm shiesty? Okay, I'll just go full shiesty.
See, this ain't just the usual Umar drama echo chamber anymore. For years, it was the same small group of YouTubers and Facebook pages clowning him. Folks he could just wave off as haters. But now, it's out the sandbox. Bigger outlets are on it. Vlad TV straight up labeled him a scammer, putting a spotlight on this mess for millions to see. Once you hit that stage, you don't control the narrative no more. And that's the thing. Umar's whole playbook works when he's talking to people who already rock with him or people who barely follow the story. But now, the story's living outside his fan base. People with no beef, no agenda. Even folks who wanted to believe in him are starting to say, yeah, something ain't right here. And once that happens, it's hard to spin your way back from year. And here's where Umar really trips over his own story. This ain't some beat up building he's been patching together brick by brick. Nah. In past interviews, man was bragging about the school being state of the art.
I hope
said
that's
it was
not
part of
against
a
COS,
$13 million renovation less than a decade ago.
Told
folks straight up, these
arts
buildings are modern, in excellent shape.
Happy because we were only looking to get one school, brother and sister. We ended up with two. And to all those coons and trolls who say the buildings are trash, do you realize the 4 buildings we got are state-of-the-art modern schools? They are not old schools like the ones we went to. They are modern. That campus was renovated at a cost of $13 million in 2011, 9 years ago. And the only reason why we have to renovate is because the building was not secured by the previous owner, which allowed people to get in and do what? Strip the electric system.
I was about to say, steal the copper.
Strip the HVAC system. Whenever you and Rod Dig are ready, only you two and your other brother, Godfrey, y'all can drive on down and I will give you a tour. And when you walk through them schools, you tell me.
Ain't no goddamn tour, ain't no goddamn school, ain't no goddamn building, ain't no goddamn classroom, ain't no car, ain't no road. This is all this make-believe. It's all make-believe. Just poof, poof. Imagination. You're going to show up at Umar's house and say, okay, this is where you use your imagination. Imagination. Pretend there's kids happily running around like a playground.
Those buildings is trash. First of all, the buildings are in excellent shape. Excellent shape. We just got an offer for one of the buildings over more than $1 million. That sound like trash to you?
Okay, here's where I share a little story, brother Umar. So it just so happens that my wife's family has a lot of educators in it. Her sister is a principal at the school right now. Her mother was a teacher, and her father was and is a principal who actually ended up making his own school in East New York, Brooklyn. It's called the Trey Whitfield School. You can look it up.
That's the thing, is when you start talking to people who actually know what they're talking about, like myself, you know, I never opened a school or anything, but I did work as a teacher. I worked for a number of different districts here in Southern California. And I know that a lot of stuff goes into having a school. A lot of licensing, a lot of staff, a lot of curriculum, a lot of money. And that's why people like, you know, me and Laura Jamar, people who know about two things about anything, know Dr. Umar is completely full of shit.
So he's been doing this since like 1983. And how he started was, he started small. He started with 3 portable trailers that were behind like a church. Nobody was doing anything with them. And he went to the church because he was a principal like you. And he said, I guess he got the same inspiration to start his own thing. So he talked to the people at the church. He ended up negotiating some sort of rent where he had to pay $500 a month per trailer. And he had like 280 kids. Now, he didn't have a lot of money. He didn't have a lot of donations and stuff like that. So what did he do? He said like a lot of schools and stuff, they would just throw out old desks and books and stuff like that. He'd go around to different schools and get desks. He'd go to the Board of Education and they'd give him stuff that they were getting rid of, you know what I mean? That they didn't want, books, whatever, all kind of different supplies. So he was using his resources. He did this till about the year 2000, where he then sees like a 4-story big ass building, something pretty comparable to what, you're talking about. Actually, it might be bigger than, it might be like those buildings combined, the ones that you bought. But this is in Brooklyn and East New York, like right off Atlantic Avenue. So anyway, he gets in this building. He said he didn't have a dollar for the building, but he goes to the man. He's like, yo, I want to get this building for school. And the guy's like, yeah, well, he tells him whatever, I don't know, whatever the price was. And he's like, listen, I ain't got no money. But what I do have is, I got a friend who's, he's like the president of a bank or something like that. And he'll give me a loan, to renovate the place and all that. And if I miss whatever, any payments or something like that, then y'all will just have a free building renovated. You can take the building back and you'll get the shit renovated for free. So he ended up getting in there. And that was in the year 2000, when the year 2020. And this school now is going on. It's a black school. They don't take no government grants or nothing like that. He does fundraisers and all this. He knows some people in the sports industry and all, because he used to play football back in the day.
What's the name of the school?
It's called the Trey Whitfield School. Now, I talked to him. He's willing to sit down with you and give you any tips or anything like that of how he did it. You know what I mean? And how he continues to do it. Because this man, and he's been on CNBC, all kind of other stuff like that. But the thing is, he doesn't even have the type of.
That's the thing, but that doesn't get you clout. That don't get you rich. That don't get you hoes. That's not what Dr. Umar is trying to do. Dr. Umar's like, okay, well, where's the part where I get rich? I already got this $1.6 million. I ain't trying to give that back. I ain't trying to spend that on the people now. Not get too hasty.
Notoriety that you have. You know what I mean? And yeah, this man was able to make it happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like this man was able to just put his thing, into fruition, use his resources. So maybe we're feeling like, money is the answer for everything. But sometimes it's our resources. How about, could you donate your time or something to instead of the money to fix something? How about y'all come in and donate your time to help build up the school or something like that? You see, it's not always about money. It's about the people that you know. It's about a lot of different things. For $700,000, I feel like maybe we could have got a piece of land and just built from the ground up, and it could have been turned out cheaper. I don't know. We have to look into a lot of things, and this is a big undertaking that I feel like, you might need some help with it, brother.
Well, a couple things. I want to deal with your assumption that I might need some help.
Here this nigga comes in all defensive. Dr. Umar, yo ass is about to be goddamn filing for bankruptcy under the jail, talking about I can't pay back my loans and shit. After talking about like fraud, you on some very serious charges, my boy. It's the time to put the pride to the side and say, you know what, we're gonna get this right for the community. At least show face, my brother. Show face. Look at Logan Paul, man. He fucked up, took all that money, but he's at least trying to say the right thing or not say anything at all. Yo, the man wants to come on interviews talking about, I don't need no help. I'ma just fail, spend everybody's money, and crash and burn.
Help.
Okay.
Most of my friends are educators. Most of my elders are educators and psychologists. That is my field. So it's kind of interesting when someone who's an expert in something, and I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to the detractors who say I can help him with that. This is
No, I
not
think they're talking about the real estate part of it. Not you're an educator, but not a real estate guy. You see
But
what
we
I'm
already
saying?
have the real estate, so that's not even an issue. No more.
Right, but did we choose the right real estate? Did we
I
take the
certainly
money and
chose the
do
right real estate,
the
brother.
best
I just told
fiduciary
you- I
thing
just
with the
told you,
money?
brother. I just told you that the schools that we got was a $13 million project 9 years ago in excellent shape. We got a steal for that campus. It was a steal. It was the best thing I could have possibly got. I have no regrets.
Okay.
See, that's when we start feeding into the lies. That's why you got to come see the school, my brother.
Absolutely.
And
I'd
see it
love
for
to see
yourself. Because you have people telling you that the school ain't in good shape. The school is in excellent shape, which is why we're getting offers for it now.
This nigga, hey, I thought Lil Baby was a good finesser. This nigga is a grand finesser. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. Lil Baby's a good finesser. Trying to get half of Platboy Max's stream. This nigga is a grand finesser. Grand. Finessing the whole goddamn black community, man.
It's in excellent shape, brother. The classrooms don't even have to be touched. We just have to fix the electrical system, the HVAC system, and the plumbing system.
So let me get this straight. If the place is worth millions and in excellent shape, how does it end up on an auction block over $72,000?
How, Sway?
You could sell one of the buildings and clear that debt with change left over for a grand opening party. But instead, we're here, watching the man with the $1 million asset somehow act like his only option is to stand still and watch it get taken. Make it make sense.
So I don't need help with the real estate. We were blessed with that campus. You understand? And as far as your brother's school, I support him.
That's
I'm
my
glad he's doing a
father-in-law.
good
My
job.
father-in-law.
I just looked at the website.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to that brother.
Yes, sir.
What I'm doing ain't that. I want to be absolutely clear. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy
Will never, ever, ever open for day one, nigga. We'll never, ever see one day of one semester, one class. No student will ever set foot on that campus. No teacher will ever be employed. Let's cut the goddamn bullshit, all right? This is why you need real niggas. No, I'm sorry. This is why you need real, educated African-American men to tell you enough. I've seen enough, man. I feel bad for everybody who gave this dude any money, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
will be America's first school based off the principles of Pan-African nationalism and international economics. That's not what I'm doing, brother. I have a totally different concept from him. You understand? So if
the concept could be different, but the implementation of how
but
it's
I don't
put.
need his help implementing, brother, because I'm a certified school psychologist and a certified school principal who's experienced, who got a whole cadre of educators. See, y'all keep making these things. He needs to talk. No, I don't. Y'all don't know who I got. I got everything.
Why?
He's got everything except the goddamn school. He's on some weird Kanye syndrome right now. You know what I mean? Like you can't tell him nothing, bro. You can't tell him nothing. He got the money. He's doing the dash, bro.
Why is somebody, you have all these credentials, then why is this man who we don't know was able to put his school together in a few months and it's taking you 6 years, brother?
6 years is nothing for a school. I can show you 10 charter schools where the money is coming from the state And it took them almost a decade to get open, brother. You don't open up a school in a year or two. I don't know your brother's story, and I don't care to know it. I don't care to know it.
Why not, though? If it could be helpful to you, why wouldn't you care to know it if it could be helpful to you?
Brother, I have friends who own schools. Do you understand that?
Hey, man. Lord Jamar, you gotta know when to let niggas is crash and burn, man. Lord Jamar's coming with the best of intentions, trying to get him tough for people who could really help bring this to fruition. But that's the thing is, you don't understand. It's not about the school. It's about Dr. Umar. Lord Jamar. It's not about the school, my brother.
I have friends who own schools. So if I need to talk to someone who owns a school, I already got that. I got what I need. The only thing missing from my equation is enough funds to complete the task. That's it. That's it. The school is not open yet because I don't have enough funds to do it that way. I'm not going to no bank.
Maybe we maybe we need fundraising, different fundraising methods. Maybe the people that we go to.
We have that in place, but what I want you to understand, it takes time to build institutions. I ain't got no problem with where we are. I'm loving where we at. We got our plans done.
Well, here's the other part of the problem. First of all, you're not open to any criticism, but you're trying to start a school saying, I ain't got no time for this. I ain't got no time for that. Come on, brother. As educated as you are, my brother, can we not put together a proper sentence about how you're trying to start an educational facility, my brother?
By the engineer, we got our electrician chosen. I'm meeting with my HVAC this weekend. I got my plumber on standby. Roofer did his job. Carpenter lined up. We doing what we need to do on the time frame we doing it in. I don't need no help outside of the team I got, which is filled with experts.
I don't need no help outside of what I got. I'm opening up a school, god damn it.
From the East Coast to the West Coast, bro.
Okay, brother. I mean, these are definitely the answers that people want to know. They want to.
I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in donors, brother.
Yeah, but in order for you to get donors, though, you're gonna have to satisfy these. Yes, brother. And how are you gonna get donors if you don't satisfy? If I
disagree with you,
listen. If I'm considering to be a donor, but I have certain questions that I want answered, I feel like that's legitimate.
Can I tell you why that's bullshit?
Why?
Can I?
Go ahead, please.
Respectfully? You've been raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't donating by now, you ain't donating, and your question don't matter.
End of the day, this don't even feel like a mystery anymore.
Dr. Umar might be one of the dumbest people ever to try to start a school. I'm going to be completely honest. He might be one of the dumbest people to ever try to start a school.
Umar's biggest problem ain't just money, it's ego. The man had people willing to help, real advice on the table, even examples of folks who built schools with less. And instead of adapting, he built a wall around himself and called it a plan. Now here we are, 14 years of talk, 1.6 million raised, and the school's hanging by a thread over a bill smaller than some rappers' jewelry deposits. And the sad part, if it all crashes, he's already got the speech ready. No lessons learned, no accountability.
That nigga say he needs 72,000. Hey, you need 72,000, man. We're gonna do an auction. Dr. Umar, we're gonna do an auction for you, my boy. Hold up. I got about 70,000. I got about 70,000 on me right now. Probably another 100K in the room, you know what I mean? We're gonna do an auction for my boy Dr. Umar, man. Y'all drop the bids in the comments type shit, you know? You gonna get my boy right, man. All I gotta do is sell a little bit of this here jewelry. I'm gonna get that school open for y'all, man. This jewelry ain't really even doing nothing. Ain't really doing nothing for my career anyways, so we gonna get rid of all this shit and I'll get that school open today. Tonight, nigga. We're gonna auction this. We're gonna do 10. We're gonna do 30. That's 40. We're gonna do another 40 right here. Do them as a pair. That's 80. Let's just stop our losses right there. Let's get this man's school open, man.
Just another live blaming the system and the haters. Y'all tell me, is there even a...
Y'all drop a comment, man. Y'all show some love to the content creator. Panda Press. Like, comment, subscribe. We out.